Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Measure Valley Hoops. My name is Derek Dockett, Associate Commissioner of New Media and Technology at the Missouri Valley Conference, and as always, joined by National College Basketball Analyst Debbie Antonelli. Debbie, how you doing this week?
Dee, I'm doing great. It sounds like your title's growing. Maybe I need to measure the length of your title.
You know what? I'm just glad I have an opportunity to talk to you on a weekly basis, and it's been a fun experience for me getting to learn more and more about the game on a whole and find how you connect with some of our coaches and student athletes. And today we have another coach and student athlete here joining us from the University of Evansville, head coach Oties Epps, and leading scorer Sara Dickey. Coach Oties, how are you guys doing today?
We're doing well. Wonderful. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Well, Debbie wants to talk to you all, and obviously, first of all, I'm going to tell you right now, she likes to talk about scoring, and Sarah's obviously going to be a good example for her. But I'm going to let her drive the conversation here. Debbie, take it away.
Well, thanks, Double D. For all our fans that are watching that aren't familiar with Otis' style, Otis, why don't you give us like 2 or 3 bullet points about what is Evansville basketball?
Well, Evansville basketball is a serving organization where we want to serve each other. That's both sides of the ball. That's kind of our philosophy. And then we want to be up-tempo and exciting to watch. And so we think we're starting to find ourselves defensively in terms of how we pick it up full court, and then that leads to some easy opportunities for us offensively.
You talked about balancing. That's the first word you used. That's one of my favorite words in basketball because I do believe this game is a servant's game. You happen to be sitting next to one of the top scorers in the league. We don't need her to be a servant. We need her to be a scorer, right?
Absolutely, but that's her way of serving our program is to score the basketball. And sometimes, she struggles to understand that because she's such an unselfish kid that she doesn't want her teammates to feel like she's not trying to get them opportunities. But by being aggressive, by serving our team in that matter, she allows them to have opportunities, and she also leads us in assists.
And so, Sara, when you start talking about your game and breaking it down, I watched it on film. I know you've got excellent footwork, and good footwork usually leads to being a good shooter. Why is your footwork so good, and where did it come from?
Epps, he's always working with me. I get in and work with Coach Barlow some and individuals, and that helps a lot. But it's just the coaches, my teammates, all helping each other get better.
Last year I thought you were a good scorer. This year I think you're better. Why are you such a better scorer? Are you paying attention to the details more? Or are you working on your IQ by watching film? What has changed about the way you prepare?
Just all the work over the summer, especially. And then I feel like I've become a better passer, so like making the reads, and I think that provides more opportunities for me to score too.
Coach, when you look at your team, you've got Mallory Loud also sort of on the inside that kind of anchors things around the rim, and but you've had a little trouble winning on the road. What is it about going on the road, and how can you sort of change that up this weekend with a couple of road games?
Well, I thought early on we just were struggling in terms of buying into our defensive identity. And so we were up and down in terms of how we were defending. And so when you're on the road and you can't defend and rebound because, again, rebounding is an extension of defense, you're going to struggle to win games. And right now we've been practicing with a high level of intensity, just really getting after it defensively. And I think the kids are starting to buy into what defense can bring to us.
You mentioned rebounding, and on all your road losses, you've been out-rebounded except for one time. That was Wichita State. So coaches talk about rebounding and turnovers all the time. What are some other factors that can help you become a better rebounding team and help you take care of the ball a little bit better?
Well, for our team, we talk about 3 things. Paying attention to detail, having some intensity about yourself, and being disciplined. And so within our defensive scheme, if we are doing those things, it will naturally put us in a position to have inside rebounding position. And then from there, you've got to give forth the effort and intensity to collect those rebounds. But again, there's some teams in our league that just get after the backboard, and Missouri State being one of them. There's no way we're going to keep those guys off the glass. But, you want to rebound enough to give yourself a chance down the stretch.
Otis, I know you're a young coach. I remember meeting you a long time ago when you were at Cleveland State. But your first year you won 5 games, then you won 9. Last year you won 15. So you're definitely on the climb. What is it about the building process that you have enjoyed the most?
Well, I've always been a part of programs where we've had to build it up. During my time at Cleveland State and even at Wisconsin, when we went there, the program wasn't where they particularly wanted it to be, and we were able to build it into something special. It's just, I think as a coach, you have to know who you are. You have to be comfortable with who you are, and then look for situations that will allow you to be the type of coach that you believe you are. And I've been able to do that here at Evansville. I mean, the community here, the university, our administration is really supported the vision that we have for the program, and we're finding players that want to be a part of this.
And one final thing for you, Sara. You mentioned getting in the gym and spending some extra time. How important is it for a player like you to spend the extra time around practice to be able to get shots up as much as possible, and potentially how many extra shots do you get up per week?
It just depends, like if we're here or not, like if we're on the road. It's a lot harder, but just seeing the ball go in the basket, that's a big key to get your confidence up. So if you're doing it in practice, then it'll happen in the game.
All right. Well, Coach Oties, I really appreciate you guys taking time to talk with Debbie and myself, and want to wish you guys good luck the rest of the way in the conference portion of the schedule.
Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Debbie, for having us. We appreciate it. And thanks for giving her advice about shooting the basketball. I told her 30 attempts a night and I'll be a happy coach.
Listen, if she got put a couple ice bags on after the game, like I say, shoot till your arm falls off, Sara. No shot's a bad shot if you put the time in.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Aces up.
All right. That's some coaching advice from Debbie Antonelli. Thanks again, everybody, for watching another edition of Measure Valley Hoops here on NBCSports.com and the Missouri Valley Conference on YouTube.